Hey, I just got a really good question regarding homeschooling, and I'm going to go ahead and read part of the question to you. Okay, so this person is from Germany, and homeschooling is actually quite illegal in Germany. The few homeschool families that are there are being persecuted, fined heavily, children being taken away and put in insane asylums. They're saying the children are crazy because they're too loyal to their parents. So in case you don't know what's going on with homeschooling in Germany, that's going on homeschooling in Germany. But this particular person lives in Germany and don't know anything about homeschooling. And it's probably good for them, because I don't know if I were in Germany if I would try to homeschool. You pretty much have to leave Germany to homeschool, and many families have done that. And so the question goes on to say, you have covered the socializing issue quite nicely, but how do you get to know everything about, say, a foreign language your child wants to learn if you don't speak it yourself? And they say, I remember fondly my favorite English teacher. He was American and he refused to talk German in class. I never had a better English teacher. Do you teach the topics you hated as a pupil as well as those you loved? How do you teach your children things you don't understand when you were in school? And they ask me not to be offended by the message, and I'm not offended at all. It's a really good question. They simply want the question answered. And she also says, I did private lessons for the daughter of a friend for several months. I caught myself spending more time on subjects I liked than those I disliked. In my case, in the case of most other homeschoolers that I'm aware of, when you get to a subject that you're just not good at, or you dislike greatly, you get a tutor. I mean, in short, that's the answer. You hire a tutor. If you can hear my kids, that's because they're watching something exciting on TV. It's Sunday afternoon. That's just basically the answer. If you're dealing with a subject that you really dislike or that you're not good at, you hire a tutor. In my instance, before my kids hit middle school, every subject I was pretty good with, but social studies just bored the snot out of me. I mean, seriously, it just did. There are a lot of people I know who love history. I'm not one of them. Geography, not my thing either. And what I found was a local homeschool program, and it's in several states, and there's even a recent homeschool program that started in South Africa, I think, some part of Africa, called Masters Academy. And Masters Academy teaches history through the arts. So the kids are doing music and drama and visual arts all through history, and each year they follow a different time period, and so it's a history immersion program. And so it made a whole lot of sense to me as an artist who just expects other people to just know how to draw and stuff. My favorite subject I also had a hard time teaching, so this covered the subjects that I were not great at, and also the subject that I was very great at but was somehow unable to teach because it was something I just knew and not something that I really learned. As my kids got older and the subjects got harder, and not because they were too hard for me, but because my kids are incredibly independent people, and they like the second opinion. They now take another program from the same, school for academics. So right now, my kids spend 2 days a week out of the home learning, and the other 3 days a week they spend in the home doing homework and doing their other outside activities, and I help them along. But yeah, that's how homeschoolers do it. You don't only have to hire a teacher. You don't necessarily have to find an outside class or program. There's such thing as co-op, where a group of homeschoolers get together and each parent teaches the best subject to the group of kids. And then there's just basic one-on-one training, like my kids' first year of homeschooling, where I did everything. I had their taekwondo teacher. I got him to spend some time teaching my kids some Korean while I did some filing for him. So no, you find ways. You just have to be a little clever about it. So that's the answer to that question. Thanks for asking. See you next time.